Hi, good morning. How is everybody? Hope you're doing well. Once again, thank you so much for all your comments. I've been replying to all of you. For the first time ever, I even saw a comment all the way from Canada. So, welcome, Canada. It's so nice to see that every single person from all over the world is really getting some value out of this. Really appreciate it. So once again, welcome to Learning with Lennie. Today is lesson 16. So it's really great to know that you've really been able to share this and help a lot of people out there. Thank you once again. Today is really one of the best topics for every single person who actually, for me, is any individual can be a leader, but it takes a lot of guts to be a great leader. And if you really want to be a leader, hopefully you'll watch this whole video, okay? Because my topic today is actually what makes a great leader. And leadership is something that is, you are not born into leadership, but you can be trained how to become a good leader, how to become a great leader. So it's really all about you. Um, at the end of the day, it is your choice to either be the follower or either be the follower that becomes the leader. Okay, so I really hope that I'm speaking to every single person who actually wants to be a leader and wants to be successful. Because at the end of the day, the values that I'm teaching here is basically for every individual, whether you work for a company or whether you are a business owner. It is for you to become a great leader at the end of the day. So I really hope that this speaks out to you guys, okay? So, what makes a great leader? Okay, the first thing here you must understand, to be a leader is all about you wanting to be one, okay? Um, every single person can say they're a leader, but every single person has the choice of actually being a leader, okay? So, the first thing that you've got to know is if you want to be a leader, you've got to have the right mindset, right? And if you want to be a great leader, you've got to know some values which makes great leaders. Okay. The first thing here that for me, what I believe is a great leader is a person who looks at opportunity. Okay. Opportunity is really important because um, you see, if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it anyway, right? So it's really important for you to grab that opportunity. And when I say opportunity, what it means is, um, so again, during these hard times, we can always give ourselves an excuse of not wanting to be better, or not wanting to do something, or not wanting to try something new. These are all excuses that we can give, right? But a great leader actually takes that opportunity and makes it into something successful. So if it's a new product, take the risk, try it out. You might become successful in it, but you've got to always make sure that something you do is something that is going to benefit you at the end of the day. So don't take something that no way you are going to be good in it at all, okay? But a great leader is somebody who um, takes that opportunity and makes it into something that is going to be beneficial for themselves. Okay, so that's an opportunist. Okay, so you've got to be able to be that person who takes an opportunity and makes it into something great. Okay, the second thing here is you've got to be able to always reward yourself. A great leader is a person who not just works, but you've got to have goals. Okay, when you have goals, you reward yourself. Now, the reason why you should reward yourself, okay, um, at the end of the day, right, you can work 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, okay? But if you do not reward yourself, you actually don't know if you're doing well or not. So I always have this where every single time that I achieve something, I would reward myself. It can be anything. It could be a new phone. It could be goals that you want to really achieve, like maybe a new car, maybe a bathtub, maybe renovation for your house. Can be anything. But sometimes your goals are really big. Sometimes your goals are just simple things that you want to get yourself. So it's as easy as buying a new handphone. It's as easy as even buying ice cream. Okay, because that is what you say rewarding yourself. When you know that you've done well, buy it, because when you buy it, it shows that you are successful in what you have planned out. Okay, so it's really important for you to reward yourself. Okay, The third thing here, what makes a great leader is a person who can save money. So it's not just about making money, it's also about saving money, because the more money you save, they have this saying, it's called money makes money. Okay, so when you save money, what happens is your bank account goes higher. That's great, right? But when you save money, there's a lot of other things you can do. So you can take an opportunity of doing another business. You can take that opportunity of buying something. You can actually look at your bank account and say, hey, you know what, I don't even need to know how much is there, because I know it's good enough for me to buy whatever I want. So a great leader is a person who saves money, because it can be also for a rainy day. It can be anything, but the point is for you to save money so that you know that you're heading towards you're heading where you're moving forward. Okay, so it's really important for you to save that money, because a lot of people think that making money is just about spending money. No, you got to make money, you got to be able to spend money, but you've got to be able to also have money in your bank account, because at the end of the day, you know that you've got to pay your bills, you know that you've got to have money, you know that you've got to be able to say that, hey, if I want to buy something, I can buy something. Okay, so that's really important, guys. Okay. The fourth thing here is a great listener. So a great leader is a great listener. Always remember, a great marketeer is a great listener. Okay, a great leader is a great listener. So if you have problems as a leader, you got to listen to it. If you can help, you help. Okay, but the more you listen to your people, the more you listen to the problems, the more you look at the issues, you listen to it, the more you're able to solve it. Okay, because it's not just about listening, it's about solving. Okay, so the more you can listen to it, the better you become at actually knowing what is it, knowing the issues, and then you can actually move forward by actually sorting the issues, sorting the problems, and sorting everything out. Okay, so that's really important. All right. What makes a great leader? Okay, so if you want to be a follower, go ahead and be a follower. But the only difference between the real follower and a great leader is a great follower is a person who implements. Okay, so if you want to actually follow your leader, great. But in order to be a great leader, you've got to be able to implement what is taught to you. Okay, so always remember that you can follow, but you've got to implement what you learn. So if you really want to be a good leader, you've got to implement the values that you learn. You've got to implement it into your daily life. You've got to implement it into the business you run. You've got to implement it into the job you do, because the more you implement what you learn, the more better you get at what you do. Okay? Right. And basically what makes a great leader, you need to be able to work harder than every single person in the room. Okay, so to be honest with you, I work really hard. So every time that we used to have meetings where the same way as how I'm running it now. So my leader used to run this kind of meetings, and I used to be able to actually listen to it. But what I did was, every time that I actually went out and did sales, I used to work harder than every single person. So if I know that this person, if let's say he were to be able to speak to 10 people and close one sale, I knew that I wasn't that good. So what I did was, I had to speak to 20 people to close that one sale. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that you cannot compare yourself to every single person, but what you can do is you can work harder than every single person, right? So if you work harder, you actually still get the same kind of results, or even more than the results you expect. Okay, so when you work hard, you actually get results, and when you get results, it only makes you happy, right? Because the more results you see, the more happier you are. The more results you see, the more rewards you get. The more results you see, the more things are being achieved. Okay, so you can tick off all your goals, your rewards, everything, because the moment you work hard, you are a great leader. And also always understand that to be a great leader is because you work hard, and because you work hard, you're actually passing on that work ethics to your subordinates, your staff, your employees. Okay, because the moment you show that leadership, they actually look at it, and they will go like, wow, this guy, he really works hard, and because he works hard, I got to follow his steps. Okay, I got to follow his work ethics. So that's really important, that you've got to be able to work harder than every single person. Even when you are the boss of your own company, you've got to be able to work harder than any of your staff, because when you work hard, you see the results. And if you expect things to be done, well, it can be done. It's not that it can't be done, but you've got to implement that leadership first, because that's how people follow you. When they follow you, they actually implement it, right? So this whole thing relates to each other, okay? So you must be that person who can actually see the opportunity. You must be that person who can reward yourself. You must be that person who saves money for the rainy days. And you must be that person who can listen, okay, a great listener. And when you follow what people say, when you learn from people, you implement these kind of things, it works out for you, because the moment you work hard, you are going to achieve it. Okay, so there's no such thing as giving up, you can't do it, and things like that. This is what makes you a great leader. So remember one thing: you don't have to be a great boss, you don't have to be a great employee, you don't have to be anything. All you need to do is always understand that if you want to lead, if you want to be successful, you've got to be a great leader, because a great leader is the one that actually makes every single thing other than that work. All right, so again, I hope that this has actually helped you guys, created some kind of value for you. You guys have been wonderful. You guys have been liking, sharing, commenting. Superb. So please comment. Let me know what kind of topics you want. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. If you need help, please get in touch with me. Like I said, we've got our own products. We are actually having brand ambassadors, everything going out right now. So I'm here to help you guys out, and thank you so much for actually watching. You've been superb. So just two things I want to leave with you to be successful. So the first tip here is basically you got to think big. Okay, now as they always say, you either can think big or don't think at all, right? So I've got something else to also tell you. Tip number 2, think bigger. Okay, there's no such thing as anybody who's going to stop you from thinking big, but there's nobody who's even going to stop you if you think bigger. Okay, so if you're a person who wants to buy a Ford Mustang, which costs you like 500,000 ringgit here in Malaysia, okay, nobody's stopping you from dreaming to buy that car. Okay, but you've just got to see whether it's going to be worth your money and worth your time and stuff like that, right? But at the end of the day, nobody said that you can't think big. Nobody said that you can't dream big. And nobody said that you can't think bigger than that as well. Okay, if you want a bungalow house, if you want great cars, if you want a lot of money in the bank, think as big as possible. Have that on a piece of paper, write it on the wall, write it on your whiteboard. Always look at it. The more you look at it, the more you want to get it. Okay, so remember, successful people never thought that they can't do anything. They always thought big. They always had dreams, goals. They always made sure they had something in their mind that allowed them to achieve it. Okay, so in order to achieve it, you've got to be able to already visualize it, already see it. You've got to be able to see it every single day. So guys, what I'm trying to say here is think big, think bigger, have that goals, write it on the wall, know it, make sure you achieve it. Okay, so I hope this has actually helped you guys out. Once again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, thank you so much once again. I will see you in the next lesson.